24 days remain.
Okay, the time is going faster than you would think. But today, we're going to be spending some time, I am sorry, but it's either helping save those villagers from bandits or stop a bunch of people from literally being sacrificed to a volcano. So, yeah. We're actually going to be going for that one. Oh, it's Blight in Grand Trad today. I'll have to check this time to see if it's Blight in Mount Vulkano. Okay, Basilio is available, as much as I would like to do that, also as much as I would not like to smash it all to bits. Let's check in with a Denny to see if we need to use Weathero Changeo. And Mount Vulkano is fine today. Just doing a bit of skill inheritance on Basilio just to ensure I have these on Brawler. While I'm here... Oh, this is insanely painful. So, I'd like to give you a Utilitarian's manual, but if I do that, I can't actually give, because I want to have the general mask on you, so I want to be using that as brutally as someone. I think maybe I'll wait until the boss to go for the Utilitarian manual, because I normally like it on Basilio, but I also have the front row boost on him. You know what, he should actually get the Utilitarian's manual now. And I've forgotten to buy steam buns from I keep calling this place Brailhaven, from Aldebury for the past few days, so gonna reverse that now. But yeah, look at those mountains in the distance. Maybe Mount Vulkano is one of them. I may have missed an Idol's Day as well, and also some pantry stuff. There's just, you know, don't blame me if I forget to do at least something in a day. I'm really just focusing on the main, you know, bond and quest and battle and archetype things I have to do. And today, we are going to do several of those at the same time by heading to Mount Vulkano. Essentially 3 requests there, and you really don't want to travel here until you've got Yuffie to rank 6, because what is interesting about this dungeon is that it's kind of in 2 parts. You can get to one part of it if you've just accepted the sword quest, but without having Yuffie at rank 6 and unlocking Wayward Shepherd, a large portion of this dungeon is closed off to you. So, in order to fully explore it in one day, you need to have Yuffie at rank 6. Okay, Indestructible. Is that the last one? I think that's the last one. Then I could actually make quite a lot of these. It's Tetrakarn. I'd probably rather have Adamantine honey cakes, admittedly, though they do cost Queen's honey jars. Because there's a certain fight, it's one of the Trials of the Dragons, to be specific, that is quite amusing with... I can buy all these ingredients right now, no reason not to make a lot of them.
Got a sec.
Where, let's just say Makara-Khan is really useful. Bin fodder, yeah. I've tried making bread before, I wasn't great. I feel like I've said that before. I need to get a rolling pin. I don't actually have a rolling pin. Once I tried putting flour on like a spare old like jar of jam and using that as a makeshift rolling pin, it didn't work so well.
Okay.
I do like that Basilio, actually, yeah, draw everyone's party and the party's faces on them. But yeah, I do like that Basilio's sort of a kind of sweet tooth, but also that they establish that Parappa sweets are kind of different to the sweets of other tribes. Yeah! We now have access to the Sublime Spoonful recipe, which we will work on next time because we've already done our cooking for the day. But trust me, you will want to make Sublime Spoonfuls. They are extremely good. So, in terms of today, we could try and get more tail bait by cleaning. We could spend some time with party members, which we haven't really done, like, a lot of at the moment. Is there any, like, wisdom increase I can do? A lot of courage. Oh, we haven't tried playing against Hulkenberg in a game yet. I do need more wisdom.
Well met.
Well, we should go for that.
Indeed.
Tabletop games are fine tools for learning strategy. We are playing against Hulkenberg's finally... I don't really... If Hulkenberg ever did Warhammer, I don't really see her as an actual, like, serious painter. I feel like in terms of... Oh no, Neuros would be amazing. Neuros would have, like, the most bespoke Golden Demon winning army of all time. Don't think he'd be that good at actually playing, though. Yeah, that's one thing that always kind of bugs me about watching Warhammer tournaments, like, streamed. Well, we immediately lost. Didn't even get a choice there of, like, dialogue options. But yeah, one of the things that bugs me when watching, like, Warhammer matches streamed live is, most tournament players, do not paint their armies to very high standards. I understand why. It's because, like, by the time you've spent tons of months painting an army, then the meta's change, and you'll need to paint up entirely new units. So, most competitive players have to just paint up their armies super quickly. Does the guidebook have the answer for this? That's impressive, or you've endured so much pain.
Right. No.
Thing is, I don't know if this one actually, like, scales in terms of, like, how much wisdom it gives you, because you're supposed to do this one way earlier in the game. Either of these are fine.
Yes.
And for this one, you're supposed to say anybody could be captain.
I wonder.
Because I've said it many times before that everyone in this party is smart to a degree. There's really no, like, outright dumb person in the party. Even Basilio is not what you'd normally expect for his type of character. Getting close to that rank 5 wisdom.
All right.
One more, like, 5 or 6 coin wisdom increase should get me max, I think. And then I'll just need max eloquence. Because, yeah, I need wisdom rank 5 for the next Yufa rank, and then I need eloquence rank 5 for Basilio.
Far to the north of Altibury, Mount Vulkano rises through the molten ash of its own making. Magla crystals are swallowed by the lava, and a malevolent heat scorches the air. Conditions only hideous monsters could find alluring. Or perhaps the monsters are not the only ones. Defying reason, the party descends into the maw of the pyre.
That's a cool line, but, you know, Moore's an author, so that makes sense. So, almost everything in here drains or repels fire, as you would expect. I love the coloration of this place. It's like that reds, but also a bit of purples mixed in. Looks really cool. Yeah, let's hurry before he sacrifices everyone to, like, this is literally sacrificing people to the volcano god. We also have quite, well, we have one strike weakness in here, but a lot of physical resistances and immunities in this place. So this is going to be more of a magic-heavy dungeon. But we also have one of Neuros's relics. And yeah, look, Katharina's here. First time we're going to be seeing her abilities. Fitting, given we just maxed her out. She is a force to be reckoned with, as the Bond info screen says. Oh, memorandum. Now Vulkano, okay. Cave situated in northern Altibury, naturally formed through volcanic activity. Once discovered, many expected they would be an abundant source of local ore, and a vast tunnel network was planned. However, just as construction was to begin, horrific monsters were spotted in the caverns, and the workers were forced to retreat. That sounds very Balrog. In the end, the inside of the volcano remained largely untouched, and excavation plans were halted indefinitely. So, I remember back during like my Italian class, I thought it was kind of funny when we learned that volcano in Italian was Vulkano. And I think that's actually kind of the English, it's either from Latin or from those kind of languages where the English word volcano comes from. So here's the thing. Can I max out Summoner and then immediately get Devil Summoner before I start this dungeon? Let's see. I think I can with what I have.
I've acquired a new ability.
Just barely, but I can. So max MP up by 25. And I got 3 more of these Leaves of Light. Are those going... Oh, actually, I probably need to... Does Will have Command in yet? Because he's going to need, I believe... Yeah, he's going to need 10 ranks in Commander to get Tycoon. So yeah, let's actually get him Commander. I won't actually use this. It's so white.
Really?
I recently found out that Caleb Yen, Will's voice actor, is also Katra's robot in Trails Through Daybreak. Oh, can I actually get it all the way up to 10 with just Leaves of Light?
New skills.
Ah, just barely not. But if I find some field killable enemies, I'll switch to Commander and finish that off so that I can, then I'll be able to unlock Tycoon then. Oh, right, I was unlocking Devil Summoner. That's also a lot of mag. But let's go. Oh, this is actually a perfect time to get it because we'll be getting a lot of ice summons out of it. So upon thee, the soul of the giant springy hands, and also the face that looks like a goat. I guess that is, to say that Yufa is the goat.
I feel new power surging within me.
So, this could be a bit unfortunate, because I can't inherit anything off of, I have Seeker's Flame. Oh yeah, because I was leveling that up passively in the last dungeon, I didn't even notice that I got that. So yeah, I could inherit Seeker's Flame, and also I will almost certainly want Seeker's Gale. Void Wave could be nice too, but yeah, I'll take that. And I'll take Vitalgia. To the Synthesis, okay, we already have Kishin and Hadean Ice Crag. So this is why I was saving my talismans. Because now, we can make some of these. Here we go. I definitely want the Trident Vessel to summon Fury. Yeah, weak multi-target strike magic and inflicts debuffs. It's also definitely not weak. So one avatar, Oh, yeah, I love this. So this takes a little bit of a leap in logic to get, but the reason why this requires avatar and fem, Rangda and Barong. And if you've played Persona or Shin Megami Tensei, you certainly know what Rangda and Barong make. Yep, it's Shiva! I would also very much like the Buzzing Fly Vessel. Both divine and foul at the same time. That's cool. Foul is like the lawful evil alignment of the demonic types. So yeah, multi-target Almighty inflicts Hex. I would definitely like to get Black Frost as well. Night and Fairies fitting. Yeah, if I ever do like a more serious Let's Play of a Shin Megami Tensei game one day, which at this point will probably either be Nocturne or 5. I'm not really sure which one. I mean, you can say in the comments which of the two of them you'd prefer me to do. But I want to talk about like the way they translated the demon races, because some of them are a little awkward and others of them are perfect. A lot of them were victims of character limitations though. So I can't get Conch Shell, which would be Vishnu. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people would really want to see that one, but don't have the Foul and Raptor talismans I need for that one. Now, masks. Oh, I can get... Oh, Warlock mask. Now, I only have one Wizard mask, though. But Warlock mask gets you Hyper without needing to go through the Thief line, so I will take that. Oh, I can make these now. These are only for the Royal Mask Dancer. I will talk about these in its bio once I get there. But I'll just say, the Muscle Mask is utterly stupid. Do not even think about getting that. It's terrible. Or I could grab Commander's Mask so I can get Warlord. Okay, if I get Healers, I can then get Savior. I will need to get back the Merchant Mask because I lose Debt Collection by not having it. So I will take one more of these. That's all the masks I can make, and I think I've set up my party to about the point that I want to be. The question is whether I go for Prince immediately, or if I go to Commander just because, lol. Obviously I want to save though before I go in here. So there's a few things that I want to talk about for my topic of the day. And one of them is a certain type of monster that shows up in here. Also, yeah, I haven't forgotten about Chimeras. I need to talk about those. Because I don't think there are any more Chimera bosses. Also, hi there. Tired Miner. Yes, don't worry, the professionals have arrived. I would say that we're hopefully professional negotiators, but I feel like this guy's a bit far gone. I don't know what the actual, protocol is when you're dealing with somebody who's just clearly lost their mind, but is also a danger to others in that regard. Oh, yep, Specto's gone. So as usual, we're going to be on the lookout for crawl spaces, and hi there, wall. Hi there, Spect. Ow. Spect, ow. Oh, right, yeah, I'm a commander on the field. Yeah, that's not a good field attack at all. I don't think I've ever actually used this. So these things are field killable, but they're also, kind of, not really the most lucrative to be fighting. I just need a little bit more on Commander, and then I can switch off of it. Am I having trouble? Well, I mean, I am down to, like, half health, but, let's see. More of these. Gimme. Grand Iron. I guess iron. Well, it's not iron from Grand Trad. But yeah, we're pretty much haven't really made much of a dent in this place. Man who looks like a sanctor.
What is it?
He was blowing away the monsters in his path with little trouble. Ah. So this guy uses both light and dark magic. Fitting for a corrupted priest. So that's good to know. It would be kind of interesting if he was like actually weak to light, but he's not. He has no weaknesses at all. So weakness granting skills are the name of the game in this fight. Although berserkers might have trouble given that he uses both of their weaknesses. And on that note, my topic for this dungeon is going to be about how I love the way that looks. About how Metaphor approaches the press turn system. Because even though Metaphor uses the same press turn mechanics as most Shin Megami Tensei games do, and it's like, I've still compared Metaphor to Digital Devil Saga for the most part, in that the archetype system is kind of similar to the mantra system. You've also got, yeah, gotta make sure to go up around that pitfall so we can actually access this chest right here, which is not a mimic. Okay, this is this the relic or is this the sword? It's the relic, okay. But yeah, synthesis skills are very similar to combo skills from Digital Devil Saga. I'm glad they brought back that, because I always love combo skills in Digital Devil Saga. But the big difference between Digital Devil Saga and Shin Megami Tensei and this game, also fitting given that I'm about to be summoning demons in battle with Devil Summoner, is that you have a lot of offensive options in Metaphor. Not only does almost every enemy that you can fight have a weakness, but you also have skills that give weaknesses to enemies. And I really love those skills. They are incredibly fun. But you might also notice that we're this late into the game, and pretty much the only elemental immunity we have access to is from the Flame Seal Corselet. Who has that right now? Juna. I think that's probably fine. Unless anybody here is weak to fire right now. No, you're weak to ice. Okay.
They found us. Get ready, everyone.
And that was a reward for getting, like, almost, well, not almost all, but getting a very large percentage of the gold beetles in this game. So pretty difficult to get optional completionism content. There are going to be a few more element nulling items that we get, but they're only available from very late equipment that you need to purify at a church, and often you can only like purify them to one form at a time, which like nulls one element, but no more than that. Okay, we have, oh, these are pathetic Gelatinos. Okay, there will be some stronger Gelatinos coming soon, but while these ones are field killable. Or you could run around with Thief and just farm Corrosive Acid, that's also fun. But I have a bajillion, Evil Eye Talismans at this point, so I don't even need to farm Corrosive Acid. Come on, when is Commander gonna level up? I need Commander to level up.
What now?
Okay, it's super, super close. One more batch of enemies should do it.
They saw us. On your toes, everyone.
Hi there. Thank you, Gallica, for informing me about that.
Isn't a contest.
But yeah, that's a direction we can't go yet, so let's grab this treasure chest right here.
never seen something quite like that.
Beast Killer's Wrath. Oh, nice. Especially since Basilio from his bond gets natural evasion against beast monsters. So whenever I swap back to Berserker, I'll be using that. Okay, we have an uppy stairs. Yeah, it looks like this is pretty much the only way we can go. But you get the idea. Is that... Okay, that looks like it's not field killable, so firstly I'll deal with Mr. Specto. Go away, Specto. Now I need to heal. And now we deal with you. Oh, that was field killable, okay. And that's a Gelatinous that I believe is not field killable. Oh boy, thank you teammates. Oh, here we go! Yeah, single enemy is gonna take a massive amount of its health before the start of the fight, but yeah. Great Moth, and yeah, thanks to Alonso's sacrifice, we can see full analysis on every enemy now. So I don't need to constantly consult my guidebook to find out what everything's weak to, yay! But yeah, weak to ice and wind. You are null, everything physical, and weak to light. Interesting. Okay. I've got fire. But, fire's not a great idea here. I do, however, I think I have Negado. And I only get to use this for one press turn, thanks to Utilitarian's Manual! I love Utilitarian's Manual. I love Utilitarian's Manual as much as Byron from Pokemon loves Bastiodon. Okay, yeah, Frigid Fortress tactic was what I wanted to go for here. So let's, take you out and... Oh boy! Oh boy! Summon Fury. But I actually wanted to use, okay, you're weak to Seeker's Gale. Summon Knight ignores resistances. Summon Fairy hits everything with iron. So let's try Summon Fairy first. Kind of spoiled that everyone has unique lines for calling out every summon, just because of the fact that they all have unique lines for Mara. Yep, that's Jack Buffalo for you. I need to chuck something at you. Not that. Yeah, may as well chuck that. Because, yeah, Basilio's pretty worthless against these Gelatinos. Mostly bring him here just so that he can, like, passively level up Brawler. Okay. We're definitely done with Commander, so now Will can just say, screw that noise, I'm becoming a greedy tycoon. Okay. Yeah, we are really running through our mag. You do go through it a lot in the end game, especially when you start unlocking the ultimate archetypes. But I do want this because, oh yeah, Almighty Boost is going to cost like another like 20 or 30,000 even, mag to inherit, but it is very worth it for Prince.
Oh.
Okay. 4 Leaves of Light.
I found new power.
I will take that for now. Oh, you need to cap that out to get Almighty Boost. I feel like that's something that I should equip while I'm passively leveling. And these ones are going to go into Basilio because the sooner that he gets out of a first tier archetype, the better. Especially Brawler. As I've said, Brawler's just not good past the early game. I'll stay on Tycoon for now, but for anything more substantial, I'll switch to Prince.
What an incredible find.
That's gotta be good.
Jester's Daggers? Jester? From Critical Role? Yeah, I do agree with, like, a lot of discourse online that, like, a lot of people have attempted to imitate Jester's character in their own D&D games, but did not understand why she was a good character in the first place. Like, it's just one of those people who's, like, she's actually a deconstruction of her archetype, but a lot of people just play her straight, like, her archetype straight without any of the depth. Hopefully when we get more seasons of the Mighty Nine, more people will actually see how good of a character Jester is. Actually, that's just a shortcut to the start. I need to go back down. I believe I actually need to drop down a hole. This feels like a classic, like, Pokemon dungeon with us having to just jump down all these holes. But yeah, I still, at this, like, as I'm recording this, I still haven't watched the Mighty Nine animated series. There's just so much on that I wanna see. I'm glad that I was able to watch One Piece Season 2, though, still absolutely amazing. Honestly, one of the best pieces of media that I've ever seen in my life, live-action One Piece.
There they are.
And you don't get any of the filler of the original of the anime. The manga's probably still better, but yeah. So there is a Manticore stomping around here, but I think I'll finish my first tangent before I talk about Manticores, because I don't think there are any boss Manticores left. Oh, there might be one in the Skybound Avatar, actually. So yeah, remember when I said that I would want to want Prince when I fought something more substantial? This is something more substantial.
I see
Oh, Manticore! It's time. Oh yeah, they attack pretty quickly. Thank you. Yeah, I've experienced in the past that if you don't get the preemptive strike on them, then things will go very badly. But if you get the preemptive strike on them,
They're weak to strike attacks.
at this point in the game, Katharina can just obliterate them. Oh, I want to steal that Red Lion Curious. I want to say that's also purifiable at a church, but you know what? There's no harm in swapping Heisme in. Okay, it is weak to ice. But it's also weak to strike. I think I will keep Basilio in. And yeah, let's see if I can yoink from you. Okay, there we go. Red Line Curious gets, and now I can punch you.
Right in their weak spot. Beat them down, Basilio.
Summon Tyrant, Hadean Ice Crag. Let's try a Hadean Ice Crag. I guess Hadean refers to like the you know, like Hades, and therefore like the idea of like that one particular circle of hell being frozen. Maybe. Oh, that's not good. I mean, you do have Icy Strike. Is that gonna finish you? Nope. Uh-oh, that could be bad. Roar. Sharply lowers all stats. Curse Needle. Ow. Fire Stinger. Oh, there we go. There we go. I said Basilio's effective against beasts. Oh, that was not Shut Eye. I'll just go Fairy. I could go Knight, but I think that's... How high is your level? Yeah, 64. Yeah, I understandable that we are missing a lot. There we go. So not an Unscathed Triumph, but still fine. I mostly just... It probably would have been an Unscathed Triumph if I didn't try and steal the Red Lion Curious. So what does that actually do? Yes, I had a feeling it could be purified at a church. And I want to say it turns... Oh, okay, well, yeah, you don't want to be getting cursed now. Ironic that we're using a thing blessed by a priest when we're going after a crazy priest, but anyway. Okay, we're down here, we've gone through everything, just gonna check if there's a crawl space. But yeah, like, my main point is that in a lot of other press turn games that Atlas has made, there is a very big emphasis on taking away the enemy's turns. Whereas here, you actually have less access to that kind of thing until almost the end of the game. Because one of the only real reliable ways of doing that is via dodge tanking with the Dodger ring. And that doesn't unlock until after you nearly max out Alonzo. Oh, Energy Ray. Huh. Thanks to the Utilitarian's manual, that only costs 1 turn. Oh, I do have Kishin. I want to go to the... Press that button too much. I'm going to pass my turns until I do this again. Okay, so this might be one of those that is considered melee and does more damage from the front row. So I'll try that. It's only a single target. Okay, he does make a funny sound. Not as funny as a sound as he makes in Vanilla Nocturne, because I think they changed the sound that he makes in Nocturne Remaster, but I still find it very, very funny that, like, I want to say that in, like, Vanilla PS2 Nocturne, Thor went like, ah, every time he attacked.
Satisfactory.
Okay, you're almost to Elemental Master. Hi, stupid Specto. Okay, well, at least I was able to kill you on the field. So yeah, like, I have mixed feelings on this, because one of the things that I do enjoy about press turn games is just being able to form strategies where I can take away the enemy's turns. And that's how a lot of those fights are designed. And, like, the thing is, as I was saying, like, that in Metaphor, you don't really get a lot of access to elemental immunities until very late in the game. Even early on in most Persona or Shin Megami Tensei games, you typically get access to demons or personas that null things. Well, yeah, that was easier. To be fair, though, you kind of have to already know what elements the boss uses to make the most use of those. But I like the gameplay aspect of just using the shield skills in Digital Devil Saga that, like, for the element the boss used, and relying on those to, like, take away, I think his name was, I keep forgetting if his name is Harley or Harvey. It's either one of those two. I think it's Harley, actually. The complete joke guy in Digital Devil Saga, who was actually not a joke in the original story, that got turned into a novel later. But anyway, tangent aside, basically, yeah, his whole fight was kind of about, learning, because he telegraphs when he's about to use fire, so basically you use the fire shield skill, and you null it, and then you take away his press turns. And this game doesn't really operate like that for the most part, and on the one hand, like, it's kind of nice to have more of, like, a glass cannon style of game. It makes the fights very fast-paced. Feels a little Persona 5 in that regard, honestly. Is there anything in here?
It's all clear.
Well, I'll trust your judgment, Gallica. But on the other hand, I do like, you know, in Shin Megami Tensei when you do have the option to, like, play more defensively with the press turn system. And I do kind of wish this game would be more balanced with that, but, like, the thing is, I'm not sure, like, how overpowered... Oh, Katharina can kill things. I didn't realize she could kill things. Interesting. Let's go for Radiance here. First time using this. Now, this won't be doing that much because I don't have a magic build on Will, but it'll still do enough to the Specto. And Great Moth will eat Frigid Fortress in the face. Actually, Frigid Fortress tactic is really good against Hyperic. Is really good against the boss of this dungeon too. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna really hide it. We are gonna be fighting Hyperic here. I mean, it was pretty obvious we were gonna fight Hyperic here. Like, why wouldn't we? Oh wow, that's cool. In a lot of games, characters have pretty epic lines for using almighty attacks. But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to say regarding that. Oh, right. Yeah. See, it kind of looks like there's a barrier that was deactivated here. That's actually because we've accepted the Mad Sancta quest, so... that would normally be closed, I think. I haven't ever been to this dungeon when it's not, when I haven't accepted that quest, though, so I'm not really sure, like, if that's the right one. Also, always take more of those talismans. War God is not like a demon race in SMT that's used that often. Like, sometimes it's translated as something else. Oh, there are respawned enemies. Excuse me while I fight these. Okay, Basilio is Mastered Brawler, so let's get him into Pugilist.
Fascinating. I'll do it.
Yes. Yes. I approve. I immensely approve.
I'm getting stronger.
Gotta remember, though, I have to re-inherit skills now. Okay, should these hero fruit go towards Basilio himself, or should they actually... Hulkenberg's should be almost finished. Yeah, just barely can, oh, and that gives you Arcane Unity, which is a nice thing to inherit. But yeah, just barely finishes off Wizard, which oh, great, I have to spend even more mag now. Oh, that's actually kind of cheap. Fitting, given that it's unfortunately not that great. I normally like to give this to Juna, but at this point, I'd rather give Elementalist Mask to Masked Dancer. See, you see how much more useful Masked Dancer is than you'd think? Like, you'd think that in a game with free reclassing, that a class that can mimic other classes, but in a lesser way, would be not good, but it's actually really good because it saves you a lot of mag.
I've acquired a new power.
I guess I'll have you take that.
This won't stop us.
Will it, though? Oh, that's really bad. Oh, also, Yufa has 2 ailments on her. Yeah, that's why and that immediately kills my turn. That is a nasty combo. Yeah, you don't want to be caught in actual fights with these Spectos. It's, like, kind of hard to actually get into fights with them unless you're dumb like me. Oh, I have Golden Soldier. Extreme physical or mighty damage to all enemies. I mean, I kind of want to show this off.
Let's do this.
No holding back.
And then it's just dancing. Oh, and then it gets blown up. Okay, that's fun. Well, at least you didn't hit the Specto. Well, because the Specto's dead, but still. Lightning item?
This one.
Okay, well, that was not a great fight, but I'm kind of impressed they did that combo. It's like, see, that's the kind of thing that actually does kind of sell my point about, like, that's what, like, actual Shin Megami Tensei games that, you know, have, like, allow you to do more in the way of, like, defensive use of press turns let you do. And you eat another purified TK. Why is it always Yufa who gets hexed? You know, I think Rage Tetrakarm was actually a combo that Shadow Kanji uses as well. It's just, I normally, like, hit his flunkies with weaknesses before he gets a chance to really pull off that combo. I think he was more likely to do it in the original Persona 4 because his flunkies had way less weaknesses, but yeah. So, on that note, people in the comments, what is your favorite iteration of the Shin Megami Tensei press turn system? Because for me, I think it would probably be Digital Devil Saga. Honorable mention to SMT5. SMT5 is very good. Nocturne is good if you know how it works, but Nocturne... Honestly, now that I think about it, Nocturne's like the Thracia of Shin Megami Tensei. It's not that bad if you look up all of its guide tangents in advance, but if you don't, it's kind of gonna kill you brutally. And yet, it also has a reputation online for being way harder than it actually is. Yeah, honestly, that is such an apt comparison. Wow, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne equals Thracia 776. Hello there. Please don't... Oh, it's the same combo of enemies. This could be rough. Okay, but at least you didn't use the rage combo this time. By sharply, what do you mean sharply? Oh, yeah, it is all three, it is max stacks of defense debuffs, wow.
Time for some close combat. Let's work together.
However, lol. Yeah, and missing there only cost me one press turn because of the Utilitarian manual. It's great both offensively and defensively. All hail the Utilitarian's manual, but also rip to Alonso for giving us the Utilitarian's manual. 07s for Alonso. Oh yeah, I had a feeling we were getting ambushed given the game lagged a little bit there. I'm not going to spend any more money. You know, let's try at night. Here comes Black Frost. Speaking of Nocturne, this was an optional boss in Nocturne. Yeah, pretty sure it was. Who gives the Satan Magatar for some... Gold Rush? Yeah, Gold Soldier's only a little more expensive than Gold Rush, and it's way stronger. So if you can, if you have the Utilitarian's manual, there isn't much reason not to use Golden Soldier instead. And goodbye. Okay.
Woo, not too shabby.
So yeah, these gelatinos are annoying with hitting you on the field.
Ha! I have never known such height.
I feel like Hulkenberg's getting a little over-leveled here, even though I'm not really using her. Alright, why haven't I inherited magic counter onto, like, everything? I guess you can Patra people's... I think it's called Hex, not Curse in this game. So yeah, Digital Devil Saga, probably my favorite. Like, I was just thinking about it, like while I was doing some off-camera fights, and the more that I think about it, the more I realized I feel like Digital Devil Saga is like one of the closest things that I've played to a perfect video game. Like, its gameplay is phenomenal. Its story is amazing. The voice acting is great. This is kind of why I feel like if Atlas ever does like a remaster or a re-release of Digital Devil Saga, they don't need to change anything. Just give it an I would not be mad if they just gave it the Nocturne treatment and just gave it a straight HD port. Don't change anything at all, because I really just don't think anything in that game needs to change. Like, it is nearly perfect. I feel like the other closest thing to a perfect game that I played would be Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Which is funny to say because I actually like Xenoblade 2 a lot better, and I think maybe 3. But I think 1, objectively, I think has less flaws. It's just that its highs aren't as high as the other Xenoblade games. It's funny how neither of those games are actually on my, like, list of favorite games of all time on Backlogged. Oh, I see you there. Let me see if I can get my revenge. There we go. And you're probably gonna get Katharinaed for good measure. Oh, what's that? I have basically exactly 3,000 more money than I had last fight. Gold soldier time. That's a fun skill. I think in my first playthrough, I barely even used Tycoon for combat. I know I used it because I got Hyperic ultimate archetype. Oh joy, Basilio learned the skill that's completely useless. Oh, there's no, that's a Magul. I thought for a second that was an Elementor, but nope.
Right there.
Uh-oh. Don't face the Manticores head on. That's usual. I noticed that too late. I was in the middle of a combo. I do kind of like that aspect of the action system where if you're in the middle of a combo, you can't dodge, so like you're committed. Apparently the Dark Souls games are a lot like that, but I have not played it. I want to, like, on my list of, like, games that I really want to play one day, I want to play a Dark Souls game at least once, but just to say that I've done it. This just happens to me all the time with Manticores. I need to switch to a more ranged archetype. Or Yuffie could just sidestep that. That time I was ready, but I still dodged at the wrong time. I'm just not good with Manticore dodge timing. Finally actually dodged correctly that time. Katharina, please? Thank you. Not a massive amount of damage off of that. They're not really like a hugely powerful skill. I think Heady and Ice Crag might be a little better. I'm thinking of a combo of Frigid Fortress Tactic and then using Yuffie to hit its weakness. By it, I mean Hyperic. So yeah, when I think about it, it is interesting just how many of the games in my list of, like, favorite games of all time, I would say are, like, I wouldn't call them perfect. It's just like, I don't know, maybe things that you like in spite of their flaws are just more memorable inherently. Although I would say on that list, Advance Wars 2 is pretty close to perfect in my mind. Though, granted, having played the remake, I actually think Advance Wars 1's map design is, like, better in the campaign. That is with the assumption that you are playing the remake where they added QOL and stuff, because I do not like the original, there are a lot of aspects of the original Advance Wars 1's campaign that aren't great. Particularly the way that the way that your commanders for the final battle work. Always Manticores. But, like, of my other list of favorite games of all time, I would not call... I targeted the Elementor instead of the Manticore, but I'll take it. You know what? Let's make sure that you are exceedingly dead. Goodbye. Oh, that was less damage than I expected. I think I just did damage equal to the year I started school.
I only hope this proves me more worthy.
But at least that is worth a lot of archetype experience.
Right. I could get used to this.
Oh, you've maxed out that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But I'm still, I am really running from my mag reserves, but somebody has to be a warlord.
This, right? All right.
Oh, wow. I might actually use this against Hyperic because this is going to be really funny.
Yeah.
Warlord Soul, can't believe it's strength. I can't either.
A new ability.
And yeah, you are going straight into Warlord. Also a High Manticore. I'm going to take a few steps back. No, I'm going to hit you first, though. You know, maybe poking it with one hit at a time is the play. Please kill. Yes!
How's that? Excellent. I've grown more powerful. That was the last.
Now, this chest is in a very conspicuous location. I hope this is, Ancient God's Lava Blade. Okay then, that sure sounds impressive. But it's not the sword that I'm looking for. It's funny, it's kind of late when I'm recording this, but I am actually quite proud of this run that I've got going. I am really enjoying. I'm having a, like, it's funny, I had a really bad day yesterday as of recording this. Like, as of recording this, like, the day before I streamed the finale of, like, Path of Radiance Iron Man, and, I like how that ended, but also, I was not in a good mood that day, so I apologize to everyone who was there for that stream live. I am having a way better day today. I had a really great sleep, last night. I believe that's where the sword is. But how to get there? Oh yeah, there's an entire other area that I haven't been through yet. Ah! There was a crawl space here. Okay, so this central area of ladders, which I should probably show here, because yeah, this is the main way of getting to it from this floor. Floors aren't exactly, like, numbered, but yeah. Mount Vulkano is a pretty extensive dungeon. Ow! Not really gonna bother with you, though. So yeah, through here, I don't think we want to drop down that pit. We want to keep going around here, and we have yet another pit, but another pit! But we just walk around the pits because the idea, I think, is that we make our way back up to the, because yeah, we've already explored everywhere on the previous floor, so these pits are always going to take us just back where we've already been. So let's climb up here. And yeah, haven't been here before, which will take us to another area that we haven't been before, which is yet another one of these ladders. Again, this kind of thing also reminds me of a Pokemon dungeon, just this big stack of, like, ladders. Speaking of which, yeah, I've also got Pokemon Black and White on my top 5 favorite games, and that one I also would say is not perfect. Yeah, again, it is always the ones that you like in spite of their flaws. I don't know where Metaphor would rank on mine. It might be in my top 10 games? I'll have to see, because, like, Persona 3 is also a game that I have on my favorites of all time, but I also don't, like, think it's a perfect game. It has its own issues. Both the original and Reload have their own problems. The original has the obtuse social links, and Reload can get a bit too easy to break. So the Rusted Greatsword is the thing that we came here for that quest. So you've got one quest that's, like, right at the top of a dungeon, and the other that's right at the bottom of the dungeon. Looks can be very, very, very deceiving. This is one of the best weapons in the game. And we'll discover that once we bring it back to the guy in Grand Trad. So I'll see you right at the boss. I'm pretty sure that I got the gold beetle in this dungeon. And here we go. It's about time to face Hyperic, and I'm pretty sure we'll get a separate menu to put Yufa in the party before it. But, as I was saying, I am gonna put Stroll in the party just because this is gonna be really funny. Dynast formation, Seeker, Knight, or Commander. Well, if I switch you to Prince, I'll have the requirement for that. Oh yeah, so Juna and Yufa were gonna go do, like, combos. Oh, actually, Basilio is gonna be weak to light, but Wanton Destruction plus Summon Fury? That's really, really tempting as well. You know what? I think that is what I will do. Gotta remember, actually inherit skills on Warlord, because it's got its slate completely wiped. And then for equipment, I'm gonna actually take Utilitarian Manual and Stroll. And Basilio has the other one. So yeah, Will does not have a... Wait, I have 3 of them. I don't think Will actually needs one, though. Though, like, it's not like it can hurt. Okay, so, this battle is about to be a demonstration in the power of Utilitarian's manuals. Now that we've only just unlocked them.
Yep.
Exactly 75 hours, too. Let's do this. Yeah, he's officially gone off the deep end.
That can't be.
Yeah, he's basically, he's pretty much just a few steps away from turning into a human at this point. Yeah, I think we caught him, like, minutes before. Like, if we had got here a little later, he would have become a human. And yeah, we're going back to this screen, so Stroll and Basilio. Here we go.
Praise! With my praise, I shall guide the powerless and foolish masses!
Yeah, he's really speedrunning the, becoming the next Ford arc.
You've no faith in your god, nor in any people. Not even in yourself, I believe. No, I know that people are not powerless.
This'll be over in no time.
And also, Katharina's joining in.
Faith can be a powerful thing. He's taken it too far.
I feel like Katharina probably relished in getting to punch someone who's likely been racist to Parapus at one point in their life. But yeah, This is Mad Sanctor Hyperic. He uses light and dark skills, and he has no weaknesses. For now.
Let's set it up.
Do I actually have... No, I don't. Okay, I do have Wild Boar. I mean, I suppose that's not a bad idea to lead with. Or I could just go for a Debilitate item. Which I kind of want to do. Yeah, let's go for an Evil Eye Talisman. I have 69 Poison Stingers, probably more like those bees. Okay, Stroll's going next. I wish I could use, like, Hyper on Yufa right now. If I had given her, like, if I bought that Igniter, I actually could have. I should probably think about that. But okay, in that case, we're just gonna go for Vitalgia, and I think I want to buff up yourself first. Oh boy, here we go! Actually, the one we really want is Dynast formation. So hello, say hello to my friend, the Dynast King!
It's up to you now.
It's a Final Fantasy 12 thing, I think.
Be ready for anything.
So, we are now fully buffed in all stats, which means Yufa buffing herself there was pointless, but oh well. Okay, and now I'm gonna go for only one press turn, I will use Wanton Destruction.
Coordination is key.
Yes, coordination is indeed key, especially with Utilitarian's manuals. Oh, this is gonna be an absolute slaughter. Okay, well that's Megadolon. However, miss. So, lol. Oh, wait a minute! Do I have a food that gives, like, hyper? Hang on. I do. Oh, this is massive overkill, and literally I'm only doing this for Yufa, but, like, I don't need to do this, I'm just doing this because it's funny. Yufa's going next, too. And I want my first summon of Shiva to be, you know, a good one. I mean, Fury, but still.
I move to the front.
I'm gonna go to the front row just in case it counts as melee. I'm not sure if it does. But here we go, yeah, Summon Fury, of course, we're doing this with... Actually, no, let's do it with Stroll, because he's the one who set up the Dynast formation.
Counting on you.
Yeah, there we go. That's pretty solid amounts of damage, I take it. Just while I was summoning that, I just thought about something. So this guy is... So we're fighting a mad person who has betrayed the tenets of his religion, who wants to sacrifice a bunch of people in a volcano. And we're summoning Shiva to pass judgment on him. This is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. That's not what I expected this to turn into, but I guess it is now. Royal Sword. Be kind of cool if he counted as a human for the purposes of this, but he doesn't. This might do it, we'll see. Yeah, it did. So, oh, I wish that was an unscathed triumph, but no, he did hit us a little bit with Megadolon, but still.
I feel stronger.
More strength. 2 more strength.
Marvelous. I am most certainly
And of
stronger
course,
than I
Yufa
was.
levels up out of that.
Sancta Hyperic.
And yeah, it's a little anticlimactic, but he just straight up just died. He doesn't even get the dignity of, like, the last words.
I too will.
So yeah, very much that foil to Yufa, what Yufa could have ended up becoming. As she's saying there.
Sure.
Sure. Now, that's not a great voice clip to say there. Also, I didn't realize that these responses counted for Magla. But yeah. Thankfully, yeah, Ovi's mother is fine.
Right. Well... let's hurry.
Yeah, probably best that you guys don't linger around a volcano that has a bunch of manticores in it that kept preempting me. We need to carry all of them on our backs, I think.
Thank you very much.
But yes, that's over. The Bully was rescued and no harm was done except to Hyperic.
Alright.
A lot of harm was done to him. Thanks to Dynast Formation. And Shiva.
Shall we away?
I think I am pretty much done here. I could spend some time just, you know, doing some like grinding, but I think I'm good here. From just one dungeon alone, Yufa's already almost halfway through Devil Summoner. And with that, yeah, I think we're gonna be heading back. Katharina, you did well there. I'm sorry that I embarrassed you by getting preempted by all those manticores. Let's return to town immediately, Mega Man.
Right? See you soon, I hope.
So yeah, I'm sure we'll see her again. Sadly, she doesn't participate in the Skybound Avatar, I don't think. I think it's only side dungeons.
That was a great help.
Regarding what happened on that mountain, oh, are we a bit too powerful? I think we may have broken the game now. The thing is that, like, yeah, as Juna is saying, he was not actually intending to deceive them, but, like, by just being a faith healer and putting so much focus in only prayers and not even trying to get them actual medical attention, he got possessed by Magla and went insane. 23 days left. And I actually think, okay, you know what? We can probably do, like, maybe a few more ranks of Basilio and Yufa before, but I think we're vast approaching the time when I want to do the Skybound Avatar. I don't think I'll be doing any other dungeons before that, so, I'll see you next time, and, yeah, I really enjoyed this part, so I hope you did too.